Hi, how's it going, guys? Today, I want to talk to you about mental health. I know it's not Mental Health Awareness Month. I know you're probably thinking, why is she talking about this stuff? What she been talking about lately was games and stuff on the computer. Well, the thing is, I'm very well-rounded. Or I'm trying to be very well-rounded. And as someone who has many mental health problems, I think it's important to talk about them. I have a variety of health problems in general, but my mental health is particularly troublesome at times. I am schizoaffective, so sometimes I may see things that aren't there because of the schizophrenia background of it, and other times I will be perfectly normal seeming, except I'll be really depressed or manic and not seeing things, but I'll still be kind of insane because of that. I'll feel insane, rather. I have borderline personality disorder. I know that sounds kind of scary to a lot of people, but it's really not a scary condition to have, guys. It's true that it's not a great thing at all, but borderline personality disorder shows you felt a lot of pain in your life. It comes from being abandoned, having issues trusting people not to leave you because of it. I was abandoned by my mother. I've been raised by my father most of my life. And it's just us. And she was just one person that abandoned me. My aunt abandoned me. Another aunt abandoned me. Mostly women have abandoned me, actually, which is kind of interesting thing. But ironically, I have androphobia. But I think it's important to talk about these things because of the fact that I have all these issues. I have generalized anxiety disorder with panic. I have PTSD, a few number of reasons. I'm not going to talk about them here, but I have made posts about them on my blog. For those of you who are interested, I will link the links down below. These are just a few of my diagnoses. I was recently diagnosed with ADD, which explains a lot about me, really. Yeah, I have a lot of diagnoses. I've been diagnosed with almost everything under the sun at some point. And mental health is really difficult, whether you're diagnosed or not, on medications or not. And here's what I want you to know. Life is a team sport. You need a support network. It can be friends, it can be family, it can be your therapist and your psychiatrist, all of the above. You need to have as many people as possible that know you, that care about you, and who can be there for you when your mental health is starting to go into a bad direction. If you feel depressed, you should have someone you can rely on who can make you better. Make it seem better, at least, for a while, until the depression calms down. You should obviously take your medication if you're supposed to be on medication. I'm not saying medication is a bad thing. I may not like taking my medication, but I take my medication. And you should too. But having a support network is also really vital. Because if you aren't feeling well, if you're feeling so depressed that you're suicidal and you have no one to talk to about it, you're a lot more likely to try something that'll really hurt you and really hurt others because they'll lose you. I wouldn't be happy to hear that you killed yourself, and I don't think anyone else would be actually happy about it. And that's the thing, is sometimes depression makes you feel like they would be happy about it. I know that. I know that from experience. I personally have an issue where I feel like I failed at life from the moment I was born. My parents always told me you're born for a reason and a purpose, and for a person. And my purpose was supposed to be helping my mom get rid of her Crohn's disease. See, my parents both have autoimmune diseases. My mom has Crohn's, my mom who I was abandoned by. I still remember that about her. My father has celiac arthritis, and it's rough for both of them, I'm sure, but I've mostly seen Dad. I know my mom's had plenty of surgeries because of it, but the fact is, she wanted a baby just for the fact that it would put her into remission. And she was told it could, like birth, could make it go away permanently, pretty much. But I was born a month early, so I did not relieve her for as long as she would like. And that's one of the reasons I have depression, is I remember feeling like I let her down by not fulfilling something that I couldn't do. I was a freaking baby. I didn't know any better than to just be a baby. I couldn't twist knobs and stuff to figure out how to fix her. And everyone has something that triggers their depression. Oh, isn't always a trigger, but depression often gets worse when there is a trigger. And whenever my mom comes up, like right now, because I'm an idiot and brought it up, it just automatically makes me feel kind of down and depressed. I was hospitalized once for it. I was hospitalized around Mother's Day of 2008 for 10 days because A, I was on medication that was bad for me, and B, I was suicidal. Well, homicidal and suicidal, but mostly suicidal. I was homicidal toward my mother, who lives thousands and thousands of miles away, and it was mostly just me laying out steam, but I was definitely thinking of suicide. I was definitely thinking of hurting myself. So they sent me to a hospital, and I started to get better. And I've come a long way, and I think you can too. But the thing that's helped me the most is having friends and family, my doctors, and the people who help me. I have a case manager from a social service type of thing, and she is so helpful to me. She is always checking on me when it comes to my depression. She really tries to help keep me grounded when we have a visit with her. Well, she comes to my house, so I guess it's she has a visit with me. But I have her, I have my father, I have friends online and offline who I can talk to. My doctor is amazing and willing to listen, mostly, though he sometimes is a little confused, I think. But I have my doctors that listen, I have my family, which is Dad, I have my friends, which includes you guys, in a way, because I've basically just been venting about my own problems this entire time when I've been trying to talk about the fact that a safety net is really important. But guys, I'm serious here. You need to have a network of people that you can go to no matter what is happening. You always have someone there. In case your doctor's not around, have a case manager to talk to. If they're not around, talk to your parents or whoever you live with. Talk to your husband, talk to your wife, to your kid, I guess. Well, maybe not to your kid. That might be a difficult thing. But find the next person in the loop that you can talk to. And having those people to talk to, it makes so much of a difference. I know it doesn't sound like it would, but it really does. Knowing these people care about me, there's people that want me on this world, even if I sometimes don't want me on this world, it really means a lot. And I think having those people has changed my life. It's made my depression better along with my medication. And I am slowly but surely learning to trust people again. I still have problems trusting people. I still push people away. I still suck at communication. But I'm starting to grow. It took a long time, but I'm starting to grow. And you will too. I promise you. You will grow along with your support network. The more support you have, the more you can grow, is what I believe. And I think whether it's going to a support group if that's what you think you need, or if it's just going to a friend and venting, I think whatever works for you is good, as long as you aren't fighting it all by yourself. So remember, life is a team sport, and also remember that the pain will pass. The pain isn't going to last forever. it too will pass. And then you'll have new things to do instead of dealing with this pain. And you might get the pain again. But as long as you remember this will pass, it really helps, especially when you're having severe panic attacks because of seeing people that aren't there, for example. When I start to panic, I have to remember this too shall pass, and I'm not alone. I live with my father. It's not that hard to reach him. My father is disabled. He is in his room half the time, or parts of the day he's elsewhere, but he's almost always in his house. He's almost always with me. So I can always rely on my father when I'm in the panic. And you should know what helps you when you're in those states. You should know things that... You should know your coping skills. If you're me, it's probably writing. I write my feelings more than anything else, because for me, I write better than I speak, and it just comes out more comfortably for me. I know people who paint in order to fight the depression, or even to just show the depression in a new way. And here's a little writing idea for you. If you are a writer, I want you to do this. Look at your emotions, look at your mental health as characters. What are they like? What do they look like? How do they interact with each other? Make a little world for them and try to get to know them, because knowing them helps you deal with them. This is actually a trick that I learned from my therapist a long time ago, and I did everything from happy to sad and angry and frightened and all sorts of characters. And it was interesting seeing how they would end up playing out together. I saw my anger trying to date happiness, and I saw sadness getting jealous over it, and jealousy, of course, was jealous over something else. But point is, it brings them to life, and if you bring them to life, you get to know them. It's just like getting to know a person. You need to know how. A lot of the time when we meet a person, the first thing we want to know is what makes them tick, right? Well, do that with your emotions. What makes them tick? What helps you at any point of the day that makes you feel better? Now, I'm not going to go through any more of this. I think I've talked your ear off plenty, but I would really like you to think hard about what I've said and comment down below what you think. Tell me your coping skills. Tell me what your support network is like. Tell me if you think you need more support network, because I would be happy to join it. I really care about you guys. I know I don't know you very well. You don't know me very well. But I want us to be able to get to know each other, you know? And I want to be able to help each other. Because honestly, helping each other is something that all people should do. And I think you guys are good people. I hope you guys are good people, at least. And I'm going to try to trust you. So please remember to tell me if you need me. Or tell me who you usually go to. Or tell me what you think I should do next for another sit-down like this. Tell me anything that comes to mind. I will happily read all of it. Anyway, this has been a wonderful time. Thank you very much for listening to me. I'm Jaluna, by the way. I don't think I introduced myself. For those of you who are new, I do a lot of different kinds of videos. I have done things about gaming. I've done things about writing. I'll probably be doing things about beauty. I'll probably be doing more about mental health and physical health, and just a lot of things in general. I'm a very general channel, but that's just because I have a lot of interests and a lot of things that I think very much on, such as this. So if you are interested in anything that I just mentioned, maybe think of touching the subscribe button with your mouse. or don't. It's up to you. But I would appreciate having you join us. I think that everyone part of this group is just amazing and sweet, and I've gotten some great responses from you guys in the past. I'd love to see more. I'd love to get to know you guys more. So, stay in touch. Take care.